For 4.5 billion years, it has been our silent guardian, a constant in the river of human history. It pools our oceans, lights our nights, and inspires our dreams. We call it the moon. It is a symbol of calm, of eternity. But in the vast, indifferent cosmos, nothing is forever. The laws of physics are absolute, and orbits, given the wrong nudge, can decay. What if that silent guardian became our executioner? This is not a question of if it could happen. We are not here to debate the rogue planet or the ancient alien weapon that knocked it out of orbit. We are here for the inevitable result. This is a simulation, a detailed, terrifying, second-by-second chronicle of the last days of planet Earth. This is what happens when the moon falls. The world breaks. Society as we know it evaporates in a single day. There is no plan. There is no escape. Where would you go? Every government, every corporation, every system we built becomes meaningless. The only law is survival. The only goal is to see the end. The moon itself is a terrifying omen in the sky. Each night it rises visibly larger, visibly brighter. It's no longer a gentle white disk. It's a colossal, detailed giant glaring down at us. But the real chaos hasn't even begun. The real killer is gravity. T-7 days. The moon is now close enough that its gravitational pull is exponentially stronger. We are used to high tides and low tides. We are not prepared for this. The oceans are pulled into a catastrophic planet-wide bulge of water. This isn't a wave, it's a wall of water thousands of feet high, traveling at the speed of a jetliner. It doesn't just flood the coasts, it scours them. It scrapes them clean of all human existence. Entire continents are erased in a matter of hours. The sheer friction of this sloshing water begins to heat the oceans, and the tectonic plates themselves begin to groan. The gravitational stress on Earth's crust is unimaginable. The planet's mantle churns. Dormant supervolcanoes from Yellowstone to Toba erupt in a simultaneous planet-wide chorus of destruction. The atmosphere is choked with ash, a dark veil drawn over the world before the final act. Those who survived the tides now face a sky black with soot and a ground that will not stop shaking. The air itself is toxic, and the moon is still coming. T-1 day. This is the last sunrise humanity will ever see. The moon now fills the entire sky. It is so close you feel like you could reach out and touch it. Its gravity is so powerful you feel a slight, constant pull upwards. But Earth's gravity is also pulling on the moon, and our planet is about to fight back. The moon crosses a critical boundary, an invisible line in the sky known as the Roche limit. It is the point of no return. At this distance, approximately 18,000 kilometers, Earth's tidal forces are now stronger than the moon's own gravity, the gravity that holds the moon together. The moon disintegrates. It is torn apart by our planet's gravity. It fractures into billions of pieces. Some are the size of cars. Some are the size of cities. The largest are the size of small countries. This is no longer a single impact. It's a shotgun blast. A cloud of planetary shrapnel spanning thousands of miles is now aimed directly at us. The end is not in one day. The end is in 1 hour.
T-minus 1 hour. The first fragments arrive, the smaller chunks, the vanguard of the apocalypse. They enter the atmosphere at over 25,000 miles per hour. They don't burn up like meteors. They punch through the air, creating sonic booms that shatter the ground. Within minutes, the sky is on fire. The rain begins. It's not water. It's a hailstorm of superheated rock. The kinetic energy from these impacts alone is staggering, equivalent to thousands of nuclear bombs exploding every single second all over the planet. The atmosphere superheats. The air itself is now an oven. Any life that survived the floods and quakes is now vaporized. The world's forests, its cities, its plains, they all ignite. T-minus 10 minutes. The air temperature on the surface of the Earth is now over 1,000 degrees Fahrenheit. The very ground you stand on is becoming soft, turning to magma. The oceans are no longer just flooding, they are boiling. The entire planet-wide ocean is now a superheated, steaming cauldron, flashing into vapor. The sky is no longer black with ash. It is a blinding, white-hot ceiling of plasma and incoming death. The main fragments are here. T-minus 5 minutes. Imagine a mountain 10 miles high, moving at 30,000 miles per hour. Now imagine 10,000 of them. The largest pieces of the moon's core begin their final descent. The atmosphere is gone, blasted away by the smaller impacts. There is nothing to slow them down. The sound is no longer a roar. It is a physical wave of pressure so intense that it pulverizes solid rock before the impacts even happen. The planet is screaming. T-minus 1 minute. This is it, the final moment. There is no single impact zone. The entire planet is the impact zone. A fragment the size of Texas is about to strike the Pacific. A piece the size of France is headed for Europe. The continent of Africa will be hit by a cluster of fragments, each 100 miles wide. There is no place to hide. There is no other side of the world to escape to. The end is simultaneous, global, and absolute. T-minus 0, the impact. The collision is not an explosion. It is a sterilization event. The moment the largest fragments strike, they don't just create craters, they puncture the Earth's crust. The kinetic energy released is beyond human comprehension. It is millions of times more powerful than every nuclear weapon on Earth detonating at the same spot. The impact flashes. A wave of plasma, of vaporized rock and superheated gas erupts from the impact sites. This wave doesn't travel over the surface, it is the surface. This shock wave moves at orbital speeds, over 17,000 miles per hour. It is a global wall of fire and compressed plasma, miles high. It scours the planet in 90 minutes. Let's be clear what scour means. It means the entire surface of the Earth, every mountain, every valley, the entire crust is pulverized, melted, and vaporized. The shock wave is so powerful it travels through the planet's iron core, ringing the Earth like a bell. Impact plus 1 hour. The Earth is gone. In its place is a new star, a sphere of magma. The oceans have completely boiled away. The atmosphere has been blasted into space, replaced by a temporary toxic fog of vaporized rock and sulfur. The surface temperature is now over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt tungsten. The very planet is now a liquid. Impact plus 2 hours. The ejecta. The collision was so violent that it blasted trillions of tons of Earth's own crust and mantle into space. Now, gravity pulls it back down. For the next several days, the entire planet is battered by a relentless storm of its own molten flesh. This ejecta rain covers the globe in a new layer of magma, burying the old world forever under miles of cooling rock. Any life that could have somehow impossibly survived, perhaps bacteria deep within the crust, is now extinct. The sterilization is complete. The planet is reset to zero.
Impact plus 100 years. The long night begins. The Earth is a sterile, volcanic nightmare. The atmosphere is a poisonous brew of carbon dioxide, sulfur, and rock vapor, so thick that no sunlight can penetrate it. It rains sulfuric acid. The planet is trapped in a runaway greenhouse effect, keeping the surface intolerably hot for centuries. There is no water. There is no life. There is only rock, poison, and darkness. Impact plus 10,000 years. But in the sky, a memorial has formed. The debris that was blasted into space, the remnants of both the moon and the Earth's crust, did not all fall back down. The rest was captured by Earth's gravity, and it has slowly, over millennia, settled into a flat, glittering, spectacular ring system. The Earth is now a ringed planet, a beautiful, silent tomb orbiting the sun. Impact plus 1 million years. A million years pass. The planet's crust has solidified. The toxic atmosphere has slowly dissipated. Comets and asteroids, the wandering messengers of the solar system, begin to strike the planet, just as they did 4 billion years ago. And they deliver a precious cargo: water. Slowly, agonizingly, new oceans begin to form. The Earth is blue once more. Could life return? Perhaps. In the new oceans, near volcanic vents, the building blocks of life might combine again. But it would not be our life. It would not be our world. The collision would have reset the evolutionary clock. The 4 billion year story of life on Earth, from the first cell to the dinosaurs to us, would be over. A blank page. We look up at the moon and see a guardian, a gentle light. But the cosmos is a place of violent, unimaginable power. The very thing that stabilizes our planet, that gives us the tides that may have sparked life, is also a constant reminder of the energy locked in the heavens. The moon is our companion, but it is also a 70 quintillion-ton bullet, held in the most delicate, precise balance. A balance that, if broken, would not just end our story, it would erase the very ground on which it was ever written.